And that's what this is all about, the true heroes of our community. A very good evening and welcome to the Echo Awards in association with SP Energy Networks. I'm Lucy Meacock and it is a great honour to be with you tonight. Obviously this year things are looking a little bit different. We can't all be together, but I'm live at the MSP Global Studio and I'm pleased to report that you are all watching at a safe distance online at home. So a very, very warm welcome to you. At the start of the year, of course, we couldn't imagine what lay ahead. I've been reading the news for years and I've never read news like it. Extraordinary times call for extraordinary people, and that's what this is all about, recognising those extraordinary people who've gone to such great lengths to help get us through this pandemic and such a difficult time. Our lives have been completely turned upside down. It would have been really easy to cancel this year's event, but the Echo and our sponsors, SP Energy Networks, felt that it was hugely important, now more than ever, to go ahead. They wanted to celebrate those community champions in our region, the people who make us proud. And boy, were they right, because the Echo received almost double the number of entries that they usually get. All tales of incredible courage and success against the odds and that brilliant community spirit that we always see on Merseyside. If you have made it onto this year's shortlist, you should feel very proud of yourself. And if you've been part of these awards before, you'll know that the wonderful television host and the first Big Brother winner, Craig Phillips, is usually on hand to host them. This event is very close to his heart, so he sent us this message.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2020 Virtual Echo Awards. I'm Craig Phillips and I'm normally here in person with the beautiful Jessica Fox hosting the awards. But sadly, with the current restrictions, we can't all be together. However, that hasn't stopped the amazing people of the Northwest doing the most wonderful things that warrant these awards. I've been involved with them now for about 8 to 9 years, and each year the event just gets bigger and better. It's a total honour for me to be involved. Hopefully next year we'll all be able to join up and celebrate. But until then, stay safe and keep up the great work.
Craig, many thanks for that. It's great to see you looking so well. Thanks for that message, and let's hope that we can all be together again next year. Now, normally about now, we'd be telling you that the bar closes at midnight, but of course, because you're at home, you can decide what time the bar opens and closes, so that's something good to come out of all of this. We hope you enjoyed the chocolates that you were sent and that you've got your flags on hand, because we'd really like you to take some photos of yourselves celebrating and then share them with us. And then use the hashtag, the Echo Awards, and proud of our people, as you can see there. We'd love to see what you're up to and what you're wearing, whether you're in full evening dress or your PJs, we don't mind. We'll be sharing winner announcements on Twitter, so you can find us by looking up at Echo_Awards. And we'll also be sharing finalist and winner logos by email tonight, so make sure that you check your inbox after the awards, as you'll have something straight away to share on your social media. There'll be certificates for everyone and winners' trophies arriving tomorrow. We're just really sorry we can't present them in person and give you a big hug and have all of our pictures taken as usual. But anyway, at least you will get a winner's trophy and just put it somewhere pride of place and somewhere safe. Coverage from tonight's awards will be in tomorrow's Liverpool Echo and online at liverpoolecho.co.uk. On the 2nd of December, there'll be a special event feature in the Echo, so don't forget to pick up your copy. And before we begin, it gives me very great pleasure to introduce to you the new editor of the Liverpool Echo, Maria Breslin.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Echo Awards. As nerve-wracking as it can be, I would much rather be standing on the stage at the Rum Warehouse tonight. Speaking to you from my dining room table in South Liverpool just isn't quite the same. But these are strange times. 2020 has been a year like no other, and it's probably fair to say our lives will never be the same again. For many of us, the pandemic has led to painful loss, financial hardship, and longing for the everyday routines we all took for granted. But if we were to try to draw positives from the past 9 months, it would be the sense of community spirit we have seen across Merseyside and our city region. Communities standing shoulder to shoulder and supporting the most vulnerable as we help each other get through these unprecedented times. For many months now at the Echo, we have reported on the pandemic every day, and for that I am unapologetic. Our number one priority has been to provide our readers with information, accurate information from credible sources, fact-checked by qualified journalists, to try to help them make sensible and informed decisions in uncertain times. And what has emerged from our coverage are inspirational tales of selflessness, heroism, and community spirit. I am so pleased that many of our 2020 COVID heroes are represented here tonight, because that is exactly what the Echo Awards is about. Selfless men, women, and children dedicating their lives to helping those most in need or overcoming hurdles to achieve against the odds. You are principled, hardworking, and often feisty, refusing to take no for an answer. Your stories are humbling and life-affirming, and tonight is a tribute to you all. On behalf of the Liverpool Echo, our partners SP Energy Networks, and our category sponsors Merseyrail, Redrow, Peel Ports, and the LFC Foundation, I'd like to say a big thank you to you all. This event is about showing our gratitude, acknowledging your achievements, and sharing your stories. And of course, thank you to our judges who faced an impossible task this year with a record number of entries, each and every one of them worthy of recognition. Choosing winners has been impossible. So we may be at home, but that doesn't mean we can't party. So be prepared to laugh and to cry. I know I always do. And most importantly, to have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being part of the Echo Awards, and stay safe.
Maria, thanks very much for that. Couldn't agree more about the community spirit that's been shown this year. Great words from you. And of course, the Echo Awards, as you said, would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. So let's underline their contribution by thanking them again. Our category sponsors are Merseyrail, Redrow, Peel Ports, the LFC Foundation, and of course headline sponsors and event partners, SP Energy Networks. To tell us more about SP Energy Networks, please welcome their director, Liam O'Sullivan.
Good evening, everyone. Please let me introduce myself. My name is Liam O'Sullivan, and I'm the SP ManWeb Licence Director at SP Energy Networks. Welcome to the first ever virtual Echo Awards evening. I think we can all agree that 2020 has been an unusual time for everyone. But even in these most uncertain times, it's great to see that you're all here tonight to celebrate local people and communities who are really making a difference. What a night I hope we're all going to have. Some of you may have heard that SP Energy Networks are the company that own and manage the underground cables and overhead power lines that bring electricity to your homes and businesses across Merseyside, Cheshire, North Shropshire and North Wales. You may start to notice some changes going on around Liverpool. This is because we're investing £400 million in the electricity network across the city to strengthen our network and cope with the ever-growing demand for electricity, and also to allow power generated from renewable sources to come back into the network from a variety of different supply points. SP Energy Networks are extremely proud to be sponsors of the Echo Awards for the third year running, and extremely honoured to be sponsor of the Community Group Award. Our judges, alongside the Echo staff, have had the toughest job. They sit this year and read every single entry submitted and then must choose the finalists for each of the categories. I can tell you there isn't a dry eye when the judges sit down, and they've told me this is getting harder and harder every single year. I'm pleased to tell you that this year we've had over double the amount of entries that we had last year, which I think you'll all agree is fantastic. It's great to see, even in the most difficult and uncertain times, our community can come together and truly support each other. I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Thank you.
Liam, thank you very much indeed for that. So, Let's get this party started. I can't wait to tell you some of the stories coming up tonight. Absolutely brilliant people involved in all of this. So whether you're a finalist or you're watching to give someone your support, we hope that you enjoy the evening and you find inspiration from all of our finalists tonight. I'll be telling you more about each of them and you'll see them come up live on your screen during each category. When it is your turn, please give a big smile for the camera. Maybe wave your flag if you'd like to do that as well. Perhaps give some applause. Because whether you're a winner or a runner-up, it would be really nice to support everybody because you've all done such fantastic work this year. Can we have a little practice, please? Just to check that you're all ready so we can see all of our representatives for all of our nominees on screen together. So let's just see if we can do that, because it's a brilliant achievement to make the shortlist. So please give yourselves and each other a big wave of the flags and a big round of applause. Hello. Don't you all look fantastic? Oh, what a wonderful moment that is. Oh, I'm so excited about this. That's just so brilliant to see you all. Great to have everybody there. Hope you're sitting comfortably, because let's get on to the first award now. The first one tonight is the Young Personality of the Award. Lots of young people represented in the awards this year. So the Young Personality Award's a great place to start. This is sponsored by Merseyrail, and our finalists are James Lewis, you can see him there, Poppy Hignett, and Will Ritchie. So let's start with James. Now, James was nominated by his proud dad, Neil. During lockdown, 10-year-old James heard a local food bank was struggling for supplies. So he came up with a way to help the Flowers Food Bank in Walton. He decided to run and cycle 10K. He raised £1,500, and that means the Flowers Food Bank can now help everyone who needs their support, and they're also able to pass donations on to support other food banks as well. James's dad says, he's worked so hard trying to help others. For me, he's a true hero. When I told James he was a finalist in the Echo Awards, his response was, but I didn't do it for an award. That is the kind of humble guy James is. Well done to you, James. So, next up, we have Poppy. Now, Poppy Hignett was nominated by Liam Starkey at the Inclusive Hub. Poppy started sessions at the gym 3 years ago. What a smile, Poppy. Now, the Inclusive Hub delivers exercise sessions for people with additional needs like autism. Poppy has been a pivotal part of helping others in that group. And when a new member arrives, I love this, Poppy. I'm really pleased to hear this. I know that you make them feel very welcome and you help them to make friends. That's so important when you join somewhere new. Poppy is now 8 and she's matured into a young coach, and she also helps raise money through charitable fundraising events to help sustain the hub. During the pandemic as well, Poppy posted exercise videos online. Of course, they were really popular, weren't they? And she did hers via the Inclusive Hub's social media so that children could still feel involved and enjoy exercising at home. So, Poppy, very well done to you. And finally in this category, Will Ritchie, who is 6 years old. Great picture of you there, Will. Now, Will's dad, Adam, wrote and told us all about Will and a lockdown challenge that he and his mum, Janet, set for him. Adam said Will was 1 day old when we found out he was severely sight impaired. He was 3 months old when he was diagnosed with encephalocraniocutaneous lipomatosis, and he was 9 months old when he was diagnosed with epilepsy. Epilepsy has been by far his biggest battle. He hasn't had a seizure-free day for nearly 6 years. Adam told us after a few weeks he eventually made it up to 1,500 metres. It takes us a good 45 minutes to do it, and most walks include a seizure or two, but he gets there. So with that in mind, his mum and dad set a challenge for June. It was Will's marathon month. Each day he completed 1.5 kilometres, and in the end he completed 28 miles, in 30 days. That is such a fantastic effort, Will. The family set up a Just Giving page for anyone wanting to sponsor Will's Marathon Month, with proceeds going to Wirral Hospital's COVID-19 support appeal. We should say well done to Wirral Hospital, are on the subject of COVID as well. So Will added gift aid to his total, and so therefore he raised more than £14,000. Absolutely incredible. All remarkable young people to start us off tonight, all doing us proud. Well done, Will, Poppy and James. And to reveal the winner, I'm going to hand over to Jane English, Deputy Managing Director from Merseyrail.
Good evening, everyone. And the winner of the Young Personality Award, sponsored by Merseyrail, is... Well, the judges couldn't pick between three such amazing young people, so they are all joint winners. Congratulations, James, Poppy and Will.
Hey, fantastic. So James, how does it feel to be a winner?
Sorry?
James, how does it feel to be a winner?
Good.
Right, okay, well, you've got a trophy on the way to you. And Poppy, how about you?
Mommy, good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to all of you. Well done. Do we get a thumbs up? Well, from all of you? Absolutely brilliant. Well done. Thanks for getting us off to such a good start. Really happy for you. Congratulations, all of you. Well done. Brilliant. Okay, lovely. Okay, well, next up, we've got our Courage Awards. And our finalists here are Jessica Gallia, we've got Joanne Nelson and Jessica Dowell. So Jessica Gallia established the Martin Gallia Project to prevent suicides, break down stigmas and support families, including those bereaved by suicide. She formed the organisation in direct response to the death by suicide of her father, Martin. This year, the Martin Gallia Project has seen a massive 300% increase in referrals for support. It is just another sign of the really worrying times that we live in. Also, this year alone, the Martin Gallia Project has successfully completed more than 800 suicide interventions, offering crucial and immediate support to individuals at risk of suicide and their families. It's also provided support to those who found themselves bereaved by suicide, from initial crisis through to long-term support. Michelle Langley, who made the nomination, said Jessica's passion for supporting those in crisis has been the Martin Gallia Project's driving force and inspiration. So well done to you. Next, we have Joanne Nelson, who was nominated by her friend and colleague, Hannah Wilson. She told us Joanne has always been active and an important member of their community, but to say that the last 12 months have been a struggle is a huge understatement. Last December, Joanne started to get ill, but she still arranged a Christmas event for local residents in Seaforth. She volunteered to provide hampers for families in financial hardship and arranged and cooked a meal for 12 members of the community who she knew would be alone over Christmas. She somehow combined that with being a mum, a wife, a friend, and the manager of Crosby Housing Association's charity shop. And not once did she complain. Joanne's illness started to get worse, with her ending up in hospital several times, and had soon gone from always running around after everyone else to having to have carers in 3 times a day. Joanne was admitted to hospital this summer and had to spend 8 weeks in an induced coma. She was worried she might never be able to walk again, but with the help from physiotherapists, she's making progress and is now aiming to be home in time for Christmas. We really hope that that happens. Hannah said Joanne is an inspiration to many. Her courage and strength through a time of uncertainty has been phenomenal. Well done to you, Joanne. And finally, in this category, Jessica Dowell. Now, Jessica, who's just turned 6, was born with bowel problems. At only 3 years old, doctors agreed that she needed to have a colostomy stoma, and it wasn't without complications. In the first year, she needed more hospital treatment. Now, after her operations, Jessica was given a stoma bear from Alder Hey Children's Hospital. She loved it so much that she decided every other child going through something similar should have one of these bears too. So Jessica has raised nearly £5,000 and she's sponsored 102 Buttony Bears, as they're called, for the hospital and also for her school to help raise awareness. Her Facebook page, Jessica's Stoma Journey, is also raising awareness. Jessica's mum and dad both say she's an absolute inspiration. Despite everything, she never stops smiling and she's always trying to help others. So to reveal the winner, please welcome the Echo's content editor, Amelia Bonner.
Thanks, Lucy. The winner of the Courage Award is someone who is helping others and raising awareness whilst bravely battling a chronic condition herself. The winner is Jessica Dowell.
Congratulations, congratulations, Jessica. Now, who is that with you there, Jessica?
Bunny.
Is that Buttony Bear?
Yeah.
And why do you like Buttony Bear so much?
Because you're still like me.
And And you've been working very hard to make sure that other children can have them as well. Why is that?
Why? Because we help you, don't we?
You want to
We
help?
bring comfort to them.
Yeah, you want to help other children and bring comfort to them. What a great idea. I love that bear. I'm not sure I'd be able to give them away if I raised all that money to buy them. But congratulations, Jessica, and your supporters there as well.
Yay!
You're a great team. Beautiful dresses as well. You're looking gorgeous. Thank you so much. Well done. Trophy on the way to you. Okay, let's get on to our third award tonight now. This is the Community Group Award, and this is sponsored by Event Partners, SP Energy Networks. The shortlist is Comics Youth CIC, Weapons Down, Gloves Up, and Torrington Drive Community Association. So, Comics Youth supports marginalised young people by creating comics and magazines about the way the world sees them. They're led by a board of young people and they offer workshops ranging from reading clubs, digital art to role-playing games and one-to-one support. In the first lockdown, their Safe Spaces project had a forum for young people to stay connected 24/7. It saw nearly 1,900 young people take part in their digital drop-ins. Incredible numbers here. And in addition, their Stay Safe Club campaign was sent out to children and young people right across the Liverpool City region. Young people who were struggling due to their mental health, LGBTQIA identities or access barriers at home. They've also supplied laptops and tablets to local young people. They've helped parents and guardians, and they've delivered food parcels to families in need. So, very well done, Comics Youth. And now to Weapons Down, Gloves Up. The charity director, David Hughes, is nominated alongside the charity by Barbara Travis. As well as being a large employer as part of DT Hughes, she told us David contributes a large amount of his time and resources to community services provided by the charity Nexus. This includes the development of Weapons Down, Gloves Up. It's an 8-week initiative, you might have heard of it, to tackle knife and weapon crime by providing safe places like boxing gyms for young people, places where they can access educational services while undertaking sport. Weapons Down, Gloves Up is delivered outside school hours and features guest speakers to deliver talks around subjects like gangs, jail, and child exploitation. In addition, the Boxed programme is delivered in school time, working with local schools. David wanted to support young people through sport and education and to provide work experience as a pathway into employment. The charity Nexus is championed by well-known sports personalities like Tony Bellew, David Price, and Jamie Carragher. So well done, weapons down, gloves up. And finally in this category, the wonderful Torrington Drive Community Association based in Halewood. They've been providing much needed care and support. When coronavirus hit, they really leapt into action. From their base at New Hut Neighbourhood Centre, they sourced the ingredients and cooked almost 6,000 meals for members of their community. What started off as supplying 30 families quickly grew, and volunteers regularly delivered meals 3 times a week to nearly 270 families, racking up thousands of hours of voluntary time. For many, that delivery of a hot meal 3 times a week was the only social contact they had. For some, loneliness and the feeling of being abandoned was very real, especially this year. This resulted in a coordinated operation to maintain almost daily contact with more than 125 people who they knew were living alone. And that isn't all. They've provided more than 300 boxes of fresh fruit and vegetables, a weekly delivery of fresh bread and milk, more than 300 Easter eggs, and more than 300 packed lunches to children during half term. So very, very well done to them. And to reveal the winner, please welcome SP Energy Networks Director, Liam O'Sullivan.
The winner of the Community Group Award, sponsored by SP Energy Networks, is an initiative designed to tackle a growing problem in society through a combination of sport, education, and employment. The winner is Weapons Down, Gloves Up.
That's great to see you getting a very well-deserved hug, David. Why did you want to set this up in the first place?
It was, shit's on a minute. It was a lot to do with the opportunity that we've got within the area. In Liverpool, we offer a lot of job outcomes at the moment, and we have done for many years. And we wanted to bring through youngsters and give young people an opportunity to grow with us as a business, and give them a better future.
How much influence did your own children have on you? I can see how delighted they are for you there, making sure that you keep young people safe.
Oh yeah, these have definitely given me these have definitely driven me in the right way. Since they were born, I've got me nailed down now, and yeah, these will be with the business in the near future, no doubt.
So why do you think it's been such a success?
To be honest with you, it's been such a success because there is so many youngsters out there at the moment that they don't know which way they want to go, they don't know what career to take, and we're giving them an opportunity to come in from an early age to look at what we can offer them and give them the boxing initiative, get them some mental health support as well, and they can see what it's all about in the civil industry.
And how much difference do you think it makes to them?
Oh, it makes massive difference. It just gives them something to focus on from the start, and then they can stay in their career for many years until the 40, 50. There's no end for them, to be honest with you. So it's all good.
And how much does your Echo Award mean to you?
This is massive for us, to be honest. It's brilliant. It gives us a platform. We've been going a couple of years. We've been working really hard behind the scenes, and there's a lot of hype around Weapons Down, Gloves Up at the moment, and this is going to give us a platform to raise awareness of what we're doing, and hopefully bring a lot more young people on board.
And those are your 2 biggest fans you've got with you tonight. What are their names?
This is Charlotte and that's Ethan.
Well, Charlotte and Ethan, you give your dad a big hug. Okay, that's it. Congratulations. Very well done to you, David. Thanks very much for all you're doing.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so nice to see. He gets a hug. No one's allowed hugs anymore. Okay, let's move on now to our sports team of the year. Our finalists are Merseyside Blind FC, Bootle Bucks Inclusion FC, and the Phillies Girls Football Club. Merseyside Blind Football Club is for players who are 11 and over who are registered blind and want to participate in football. The team was created for blind footballers to achieve their full potential and possibly represent England and Great Britain blind football teams. The club is supported by dedicated coaches who are FA accredited. The club has won the National Blind League many times and they've played in tournaments all around the world. Bootle Bucks Inclusion FC were nominated by Stella Chisnell. Stella tells us that her 9-year-old son Joseph really wanted to play for a football team. He has autism and ADHD, so team sports can be really tricky for him. But her work colleague, John Rice, told her that he and some friends were setting up a football club for anyone who couldn't access mainstream football training. No pressure, just fun. Joseph loved it, and his confidence absolutely soared. There were only 18 members at the first training session, but Bootle Bucks Inclusion FC now has over 140 of all ages. It's run entirely by volunteers, and at Bootle Bucks, no one is turned away. Everyone who wants to play is welcome, regardless of ability. Every footballer is given a kit free of charge, and they wear it with pride. The sessions are fun. It's not just football skills that are being improved here. The club has done wonders for social skills as well. Friendship is its core value, and Bootle Bucks has brought together many young people and parents that previously felt isolated. And then there's the Phillies Girls Football Club. Now this is in Netherton. It's for girls between 5 and 18. Carolyn Ginley nominated them and said they consistently go above and beyond the dynamics of a normal football club. It's about increasing skills, but also about improving health and quality of life. Carolyn said, the Phillies are not just a football team, they're a family. The coaches and the Fairclough family dedicate their time to running the club. As well as being very successful on the field, off the field, they're pretty impressive too. In lockdown, they made sure more than 80 girls and their families had food and hygiene and care products. They also encouraged healthy eating and physical activity. On their website, they encouraged players and their families to take part in challenges at home, including housework, football challenges, and even baking. With normal training and matches not permitted, Zoom sessions meant they could participate in physical activity each day and still see each other. They were also given the chance to talk to their coaches about any concerns or anxieties that they might have. 3 great clubs there, and to reveal the winner, please welcome Director of the LFC Foundation, Matt Parrish.
On behalf of the LFC Foundation, I'm delighted to reveal that the winner of the Sports Team of the Year is a team that has inclusion and friendship at its core. And the winner is Bootle Bucks Inclusion FC.
Hi, John. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, you got dressed up for the occasion as well, don't you? You look smart.
No, I've just come in from work.
Well, you're looking very smart there. How do you feel about your award?
Very proud for all the members, all the players, all the parents and the volunteers. It is really is a fantastic setup. You need to come and experience it to see what a fantastic group of people are doing for so many young people in the area.
How much difference does it make, John, when someone discovers you?
Well, it works at different levels for the children in particular who. Football in Liverpool is it's becoming such an elitist sport. You see adverts in the paper saying a team looking for under-8 players must have experience. And there's a lot of kids, for whatever barrier is keeping them from playing football, whether it's ability, disability, whether it's money, whether it's transport, whether it's kit, whether it's they haven't got the boots. There are too many barriers. So what we said, we just opened up to anyone who turns up, we'll give them a kit, we'll give them a ball, and they can go around and play football. And it increases their social skills. It improves, some of our parents have said, until they came along to the Bucks, their child had never been invited to a birthday party or never had a sleepover. And then when we started, those kind of social things happened.
That must really move you to tears when you hear something like that.
It has done many a time. But, you know, even the parents as well. Imagine yourself as a parent of a newly diagnosed child with ADHD or autism, and you think the wheels fell in. But when they come along to the books, they can get experience and get networking skills from, you know, a mum whose child was diagnosed 10 years ago, and they get the help and they get the comfort, and, you know, it's a smashing place.
Well, John, you're an absolute superstar. Who have you got with you there tonight?
This is Olivia. This is Alfie. Alfie's one of the players, one of Brutal Bucks. He was there at the very first session. He's been there ever since.
Fantastic. Well, Alfie, you keep up your football. All right, John, thank you very much. Many congratulations from us all.
Thank you. Up the Bucks.
Up the Bucks, quite right. Brilliant. So many lovely people being mentioned on this programme tonight. And we're going to stay with sport now, because our next award is for sports personality. And our finalists are Will Kildare, that's a great picture, Scout Wilson Bonner, another brilliant picture, and Rainbow Buanji. So great to see you all there. Now, it's 15 years since Will Kildare set up the Star Swimming Academy, operating from 9 venues across Merseyside. It teaches hundreds of kids and adults every week. They have a fun style of learning, I'm told, for all ages that teaches people how to be confident in and out of the water. They go from absolute beginners to competitive swimming and life-saving courses, and there are currently over 500 active members of all ages. They also specialise in lessons for individuals with special needs. Will's wife Claire nominated him for the award, saying, "Kids don't even realise they're learning to swim. Will interacts so well and makes every lesson so much fun and personal to each swimmer." Very well done to you, Will. Okay, it's golf next. You might have guessed that from that picture. 8-year-old Scout Wilson Bonner, who we can see there, was nominated by her proud mum Claire for her dedication and enthusiasm towards girls' golf. She went to a driving range when she was just 2 years old, and it soon became very clear that she was taking everything in. By 3, she was hitting the ball further and further. Last summer, Scout had her first real lesson with coach Norman Marshall. Since then, she's won a number of competitions and is now part of the European Junior Tour. She's also won 2 European events already. Absolutely incredible. Listen to this, though. Scout's practiced every day for 18 solid months. She's on the golf course during gale force winds, torrential rain and thunder. Nothing stops her. During lockdown, for example, she couldn't play on the course, but she'd be chipping into buckets dotted all around the garden. Claire told us she is an inspiration to all girls out there who are determined to succeed in a predominantly male-dominated sport. She wants to become world #1 and hopefully bring some majors back to Merseyside. And we hope you do that for us as well, Scout. And our final nominee is Rainbow Buanji, a sports champion and significant role model. Rainbow was born with low vision, but never lets it stop him, and he always tries to inspire others to do the same. When he started playing football for Merseyside Blind FC, it was a dream come true. He's gone on to be part of Team GB and has represented his country, playing for the visually impaired national football squad in Belgium and Japan. Rainbow wants to be a sports teacher. He's worked hard at all sports and has acted as a trainer for visually impaired sports awareness in local and national schools while doing his Duke of Edinburgh Award. Off the sporting field, Rainbow is also involved in a project called Sightbox. Now, this is a project dedicated to sending equipment to help blind people in countries like Ethiopia, Gambia, Sierra Leone, and Indonesia. Those who nominated him say being blind will never stop him achieving his goals. So to reveal the winner, please welcome the Echo's Executive Editor for Digital, Steve Graves.
The winner of the Sports Personality Award is a young man who does not let his disability stop him from achieving his goals. The winner is Rainbow Mbwangi.
Fantastic. Hi, Rainbow.
Hi, hi.
Hello, congratulations. How do you feel about
Thanks.
getting an award?
I feel absolutely great. Like getting my blindness and awareness out of other blind people as well is great, but also getting out me being a person of a trainer and a player is amazing.
What does it mean to you to lead the way and to inspire other people to follow in your footsteps?
I just love it. Like I love helping other people, especially other blind people, just doing amazing things. I've been doing the Sightbox now for about 4 years, and it's a project based around going to other countries around the world, less able countries like Ethiopia, Uganda, Indonesia, and helping blind children who hasn't got that ability because they haven't got any friends, and teaching people over in this country like universities. And I went and spoke in House of Parliament a couple of years ago to talk about the awareness of blind people, and I always say I haven't got a disability, I've just got a different ability.
And you've got a great attitude as well. How old were you when you first started playing football?
So I started to play football at the age of 14 years old, blind football, with Merseyside FC. And I go to a school called St Vincent's School for the Blind in Liverpool, and they've really pushed me and helped me get the skills. So since then I've always tried my best, and hopefully my next big achievement is to go to Paris 2024 to represent England and to be the best player in the world, really. Like at the moment I'm kind of the youngest player in the England squad, but I want to be the best.
Well, and I'm told that nothing gets in your way. Everyone seems to agree on that. Is that true?
No, I don't like anything to get in my way. Like I always say disability. I haven't got a disability, it's just a different ability, and I don't like anything getting in my way. Like other people probably are scared more than me. I just like to try new things, and I'll try anything. Like, that's just me. I like to have a positive mindset, and I like to just get the awareness of blind out there, because, you know what I mean, I don't think it's out there enough. And like I say, I'd love to lead the way, and I'd love to help people, and with my experience as well, like I can do that.
Well, keep up the good work, and many congratulations on your very well-deserved award tonight, Rainbow. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely brilliant story. And Rainbow was runner-up in that category last year. Very well done as well to Will and Scout, and watch out for Scout Wilson Bonner, a name to watch out for in the future as well, I'm sure. Okay, let's move on now to the Charity Organisation Award. The entries were so strong and diverse that we have 4 charities on the shortlist here. So they are Centre 63, Stick and Step, Garston Adventure Playground, and Paul's Place. Centre 63 is a charity that's been rooted in the heart of the Kirby community in Knowsley for 57 years. In lockdown, though, they had to move away from face-to-face activities to online, social media and phone chats. Centre 63 quickly set up a COVID-19 volunteer hub to help those who were struggling, including those who were housebound. They were able to feed more than 2,000 families with food parcels direct to doors. Their additional services were a lifeline to many vulnerable residents in Knowsley. They listened to what the community and the residents were saying. A large number of their community members were struggling to afford food. Their children were at home full-time, and therefore they were unable to cope with this additional financial pressure. Centre 63 worked in close partnership with Red Neighbours, who donated meals prepared by their chefs, and Everton in the community, who provided food hampers and donated fresh groceries every week. In the summer, they teamed up with Feeding Britain and now have a well-established social supermarket, feeding more than 150 families a week. They support them long-term as well. And this service has helped reduce the number of people using food banks. It offers support and promotes a balanced diet. The social supermarket has no stigma attached to it, as it's not means tested. It's for people who need it, including those on low incomes. Very well done to them for all of the work that they've been doing. Stick and Step is a charity that enables, inspires and supports children with cerebral palsy and their families. Stick and Step support children and young people up to the age of 25 by providing free weekly sessions from their specialist centres based at Wallasey and in Runcorn. They're designed to help each child reach their personal potential in terms of mobility, confidence and independence. Sessions include activity-based tasks, educational play, songs, routines and exercises, all designed to help disabled children achieve their full potential. Stick and Step was set up 18 years ago by a small group of parents whose children had cerebral palsy. They've since opened a second centre and are currently working with 107 disabled children in the Northwest. By pure coincidence, one of them was my little goddaughter Lillian, who absolutely loved it. There is no charge for their services, as they believe a child's chances of overcoming some of the effects of cerebral palsy should not be linked to their family's ability to pay. At Stick and Step, they focus on what the child can do, not on what they can't. Garston Adventure Playground has been an important part of the community for the past 40 years, with up to 3 generations of people accessing their services. At the start of the first lockdown, staff had to completely change their job roles. The Venny, as it's known, was turned into a food hub to deliver individual cooked meals and slow cooker meals for families over 10 weeks. They used their fair share weekly order to make sure families had food. They collected prescriptions. They went to supermarkets and even went and got gas and electricity for some residents. Through Zoom, they delivered play and youth work sessions for cookery and art. They also had quizzes and helped with schoolwork. And young people were encouraged to write to elderly members of their community. After the first lockdown ended, they opened their doors for a summer play scheme with all the new safety measures needed. The first day, some young people actually cried with joy at being able to come back in and have some sort of normality. Finally, to Paul's Place. 5 years ago, Agnes and Joe Williams lost their only son Paul to suicide when he was 28. They found help from Beacon Counselling Trust in Club Moor, and the staff there became their lifeline. Kathy Devlin, the clinical manager there, had also lost her brother, Paul Jensen. Paul's Place was established within the Beacon Counselling Trust, fittingly in memory of both Paul Williams and Paul Jensen. It gives free specialist bereavement counselling. Suicide bereavement is not like other bereavement. It's very complex with many unanswered questions. The team at Paul's Place are highly skilled and specially trained to help. This nomination came from Paula Burke, who said it is an amazing place, the only one of its kind across the whole of Merseyside, offering free one-to-one counselling to anyone over 16, anyone who has lost someone to suicide. Paula actually wrote a poem in tribute to Paul's Place and to Agnes and Joe. It's called My Amazing Friends. She says, "In desperate times and desperate days, you searched for support in many ways. Your only option and saviour too, Beacon Counselling Trust, was there for you. In the organisation you did find a support team of the greatest kind. This was the beginning of something new and a way to honour 2 Pauls too. You've worked tirelessly and selflessly in their names to administer support with no gotten gains. Outstanding dedication, heroes too, and going the extra miles, no problem for you. You fundraise endlessly and make a difference to all you see. I'm so proud that you are friends to me. My pride of Merseyside, you'll always be." Well done, Paula. Lovely words. And to reveal the winner, I'll hand you over to Director at MSP Global, Lisa Richards.
Thank you, Lucy.
On behalf of MSP Global, I am delighted to reveal that the winner of the Charity Organisation Awards is a long-established charity and one that has adapted to the needs of the COVID-19 pandemic, providing lifelong services for their users. I am pleased to announce that the winner is Centre 63. Congratulations.
Congratulations, very well done to you. So, Jean Lowe, how tough has it been getting through the pandemic and all the extra things that you had to do? Oh, do we need to switch a microphone on? Have you got your volume up? I'm always doing this. You know where that little speaker is? It's probably got a little cross by it. Yes, got you. I'm always doing that.
It's been really tough, but we've had a great team, and I think for us, the volunteers are the key people. They give their time free and they're dedicated, and it means a lot to them because it helps them as well. Because a lot of the volunteers, you know, I've come through difficult times, and volunteering in the community has helped them as well as them helping other people. So for us, it's you know, it's been life changing for everybody.
Have you got an example of someone who you feel that you've helped change things around for them?
We've got lots. I'm just trying to. We've got to be really, obviously, careful of who we talk about. And
well, no names. Just an idea of the sorts of things, the sorts of difference that you make.
Yeah, we've been working with a young woman who's had a really troubled childhood. Lots of adverse childhood experiences, and she came to do some volunteering. She asked to do some volunteering, so we offered her a position, and she actually said it's been a lifeline for her. She's got structure in her life, she's got routine. She's just started a youth work course, and now she wants to do some mental health first aid, but she's really bright and she's really driven, and it's just made a massive difference to her, and she no longer feels isolated. So for us, you know, that's just one of the many young people that we've helped to move forward to a positive place.
And is there anyone in particular that you'd like to thank, Jean?
Yeah, I'd like to thank, first of all, you know, I'd like to thank the whole team, and that's paid and unpaid staff. I'd like to thank Anne Brown, who was instrumental in actually pushing me towards opening the social supermarket, which has been a massive success. Cheryl, who sat beside me, who has just worked so hard and supports me in my role. And everybody really at Centre 63, including the board, because we're a big team, but the volunteers deserve and the young people deserve all the recognition they can get because they've just been amazing.
Well, you're amazing too, Cheryl and Jean. Thanks ever so much for joining us, and big congratulations. Your award is on the way.
Thanks, Lucy. Thank you. Thank you for everybody else, because you all do fantastic jobs. The work you do is amazing.
Yeah, well done to you too.
Well done.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very well said. All of the finalists in that category, absolutely brilliant. As we heard earlier, the judges really struggled even to narrow that down to 4 finalists there. They were all so impressive. So very well done to all of you. Well, next up, we've got the Fundraising Award. And our finalists here are Jess Weaver. Lovely picture of you, Jess. Poppy May Jones. Another lovely picture. And Isaac Knowles. There you are, Isaac. Fantastic. Great smiles for the camera there. Now, Jess Weaver has been fundraising for Alder Hey in memory of her sister Georgie. Every year she holds a bike ride on Georgie's anniversary, and this year she was set to ride 50 miles from Llandudno Pier back to her home in Neston. But of course her plans had to change because of COVID. So instead she used her lockdown, 1 hour of exercise each day, and Jess clocked up 300 miles over the month and raised more than £2,000. Well done to you, Jess. Jess was made a young ambassador for the Alder Hey charity when she was 7 years old, and she's worked so hard to raise more than £22,000. And some of that is going towards the hospital's new bereavement centre. So very, very well done to you, Jess. And your mum, Emma, says that the love that they had from Alder Hey and the support was priceless to us in the early days after Georgie died. So now it is heartwarming to be able to give back. And we are so proud of Jess, and I'm not surprised, so you should be. Poppy May Jones, also known as Poppy Power. Love that name. She's described by her mum, Sharon, as amazing. Poppy is just 7 and she's already raised £10,000 for Alder Hey. Poppy suffers with a bowel condition and has had several operations, but nothing will stop her from her mission to climb the stairs 953 times. That's the equivalent to climbing Snowdon. Sharon told us Poppy has gone through so much in her short life, but she always remains upbeat and doesn't let her condition get her down. And that brings us to 7-year-old Isaac Knowles, who's raised over £7,000 for a number of local charities. So well done to you, Isaac. Isaac has cycled 10k on an indoor bike for 40 days. He's climbed the equivalent of Everest at home on the stairs, and he's swum the length of the channel in his paddling pool in the garden. Hope the weather was nice for that, Isaac. He's achieved all of this despite having his own sensory challenges and has been recognised by Speedo Mick, Jamie Carragher and many others. He's donated money to more than 15 good causes, including Christian Aid, the L30 Community Centre, Speedo Mick's Leave a Light On and the Sensory Shack. Isaac was nominated by his mum and dad, who said they could not be prouder of what he has achieved, aged just 7, despite how tough his challenges have been. To reveal the winner, let me hand you over to Liza Walsh, Account Manager for Reach PLC.
Good evening, everyone. So 3 incredible fundraisers, and the judges have found this extremely difficult to choose a winner. So for an unprecedented second time this evening, they've declared you all winners. So well done. Congratulations, Jess, Poppy May and Isaac.
Brilliant smiles! Well, I think you're quite happy about that. So, Isaac, what do you think about your awards? That dad with you as well, proud dad.
Yeah.
You pleased with that?
Happy?
I'm amazed, and I'm well done for everyone for getting into this award show, because it's just brilliant, because we're all quite young and it's just amazing what we've all achieved.
Well done, everyone.
Yeah.
Poppy, how about you? Are you pleased?
Yeah.
Are you? So you're an award winner. How does that feel?
Good.
Does it? And finally, Jess, how are you doing tonight?
Good.
There's lots of laughing going on there. You must be tired after all that exercise you've been doing to raise money.
Yeah, my teachers at school were like always coming up to me after lockdown, like, oh, how was it and all that, and texting me over the app that we've got, seeing how I was and stuff.
What was the most difficult part of it?
Blackpool.
Why?
Yeah. There were lots of people there and we had to watch out of our way because obviously of COVID and all that. And there were lots of bumps as well, and we just went a few times. It was really fun, to be honest, though.
And it was a really hot day, wasn't it?
It was really hot.
It was the hottest.
And I was wearing my bike gear and everything.
Well, I'm really pleased that you've all won, because it would have been really difficult to single one of you out. You're all superstars, so congratulations. Yeah, I like that. Another round of applause for you guys. Love it. Bye. Bye, Isaac. Oh, they're great. Love that. I could stay chatting to them all night. Anyway, listen, we need to move on, because next it's the Arts and Performance Award. So, let's find out who our finalists are here. Maxine Ellis, first up. Second is Phoenix Dance and Drama. Great pictures there. And the Liverpool Everyman and Playhouse Theatres love Liverpool, don't we all? Okay, Maxine Ellis is the principal at the Liverpool Theatre School, where they've trained thousands of young performers to reach a professional level, with graduates going on to star in hit shows such as Wicked, Blood Brothers, Les Miserables, The Book of Mormon, Tenors of Rock, and The Addams Family, and loads more. Maxine was nominated by Linda Kelly, who says she deserves recognition for nurturing the next generation of performers and encouraging young people to reach their full potential. Well done on that, Maxine. Maxine wanted to make professional performing arts training accessible to all gifted young people in Merseyside, regardless of their financial circumstances. The Liverpool Theatre School recently became the first stage school in the country to scrap audition fees altogether for prospective students applying for full-time courses. That started a trend in the industry, with more stage schools following her lead, so well done on that. That move was recognised by Andrew Lloyd Webber's team, who now fund a music theatre scholarship at Liverpool Theatre School through his charitable foundation. As part of an outreach programme, Maxine and her team also regularly run free workshops in musical theatre, dance and acting in schools and colleges. Maxine herself trained at the Liverpool Theatre School herself before her career as a professional dancer took her all around the world. She returned 10 years ago as principal to transform the stage school into a national centre of excellence. We always love it when the good ones come home. So Maxine, well done for that, and well done for all of that good work that you've been doing. Next up, we should say congratulations to Phoenix Dance and Drama, because they're celebrating their 30th year this year. They should have had a special anniversary show in April. They were in dress rehearsal week when we went into lockdown. All the students, of course, were very disappointed, but they didn't let it get them down. They used Zoom to carry on with a full timetable, including quizzes and lockdown challenges for all the pupils and their parents. They had a drive-by for all pupils who completed challenges and lockdown classes, and they were also awarded lockdown rosettes and a prize for completing each challenge. They had a photo competition as well over the summer for a dance pose in the most unusual place. Great idea. Phoenix Dance and Drama paid for students to have workshops via Zoom with West End professionals as well, who've been in shows like Cats, 42nd Street, Mamma Mia and Wicked. When they entered these awards, they'd started back under tough restrictions, having to dance in a 2-metre square area with no contact, of course, but they're really throwing themselves into it and embracing it, all at a distance, of course. Jill Stott, who sent the nomination in, said, "We as teachers are extremely proud of how all of our pupils have carried on under such difficult circumstances." So very well done to them, and happy 30th birthday. In March, the Everyman and Playhouse were forced to close their doors due to COVID restrictions. They came up with an idea to take Liverpool audiences on an oral journey through Liverpool, through an audio series, Love Liverpool, an A to Z of hope. It meant that they could commission local artists to tell their stories of Liverpool. Local artists Mandy Redvers Rowe, Aaron Julius, Amina Atik and Roy were just some of those featured in the series, and they were combined with gifts from some well-known friends of the Everyman and Playhouse, including Frank Cottrell Boyce and Roger McGough. Love Liverpool also called for submissions from members of the public to encourage them to revisit the places that they love in Liverpool as a way to remember the places that hold strong memories for them. Hundreds of people submitted stories and entries ranging from Lime Street, the Pierhead, of course, Kirkdale, and even the Crazy House. The project was very well received by listeners and helped audiences connect to their city at a time when they were unable to see it properly. Even when lockdown restrictions were lifted, the project continued with audiences able to listen to people talk openly about the places they love across the city region. To reveal the winner, please welcome Arts Editor for the Liverpool Echo, Laura Davis.
Good evening. The winner of the Arts and Performance Awards engaged members of the public and artists and helped audiences connect to their city at a time when they were unable to see it properly. The winner is Liverpool Everyman and Playhouse Theatre's Love Liverpool.
So, congratulations.
Excellent.
Congratulations, Frank.
Say something.
Well, thank you so much. I really didn't expect that. It honestly just, this project has really meant a lot to the Everyman, and to be able to connect with, this city is just a city of storytellers, and to be able to share some of those stories has been amazing. And to be even nominated next to Jill and Maxine and the incredible work that they do with their communities and making art in the city is just, yeah, wow. Sorry, bit of shock.
Frank, why do you think this has been such a success?
I think because it's doing what Liverpool does best, which is understanding how to mythologise and build up the stories of the everyday into the extraordinary. And Liverpool is such an extraordinary city. I mean, we have a story in Love Liverpool about just travelling on Merseyrail that is, to me, better than the Odyssey. Liverpool knows how to spin a yarn and has the biggest heart. And I think being able to visit our city that way really touched people. And yeah, it's been an honour to be part of making it.
And what about how Liverpool's coped in the pandemic? Do you think it's really helped boost the city when it needed it?
I hope so. I mean, the feedback that we've had from our writers, our commissioned writers, the members of the public, our Young Everyman and Playhouse, who've all been part of it. And to be honest, as a building as well, it really brought us together as a building at a time when our doors were closed and we couldn't do the thing we love most of welcoming you into the auditorium, was to just try and give a present to the city. And I'm so excited that we can open our doors again now. But it was, yeah, it felt like it was maybe not so much morale, but maybe it's all coming together of this won't stop us.
Fantastic. Well, it is great news that you can open again, and we look forward to seeing you in person very soon. Frank Pescia, thanks for joining us tonight. Congratulations. Brilliant. Okay, let's move on to the community event of the year. The shortlist here is the Liverpool Theatre Festival, My Outdoor Classroom, and Halton Farnworth Hornets. Right, so let's start off with the Liverpool Theatre Festival. After 6 months of lockdown restrictions and the prospect of more, Bill Elms had a vision to give the people of Liverpool the chance to experience live entertainment. Within a few weeks, he'd created and delivered the fantastic Liverpool Theatre Festival. It was set in St Luke's bombed-out church over 9 days under strict COVID rules, of course. Almost 3,000 festival goers enjoyed 19 superb performances of 12 productions. There were more than 100 artists, creatives and crew that directly and indirectly brought together a fabulous mix of drama, comedy and entertainment. It had a real sense of we're in this together spirit, proving once again how Liverpool thrives on and needs its theatre. The actor Andrew Lancel said the Liverpool Theatre Festival was needed and wanted. So, very well done to them. And also in this category, My Outdoor Classroom. That was a lovely picture that we saw there. Look, fab. Now, this is nominated by St Helens Forest Tots and Woodland Baby Club. They said, "We believe all children have the right to play in nature. Every Friday for the last 4 years, we've been meeting at the Shining Light Centre in St Helens. There, we've been creating fairy homes, building the world's best dens, playing hide and seek, looking closely at the world of worms, and toasting marshmallows on open fires," which I think is what they're doing in that picture. You can just see the absolute look of delight on those children's faces. They say, importantly, we provide preschool children with opportunities for real play, where nature is touched, looked at closely, smelt and felt, where voices are loud, eyes sparkle, and imagination soars. Mum Kirsten says, my 2-year-old has the freedom to roam around safely, to learn to cook and care for the environment, and my baby joins in too, and I feel less isolated as a mum. Great words. And finally, in this category, Halton Farnworth Hornets. The Halton Farnworth Hornets is an amateur rugby league club based in Widnes. Looks like they have a lot of fun, judging by those pictures too. Facing the challenge of COVID, the Hornets wanted to set up an event to try to keep everyone in the club involved. Now that's more than 1,000 people. And that includes players and families from the age of 4 up. So the club devised and managed to pull together a 24-hour run at their home ground in Widnes. So every team had to run 1 mile during their allocated hour. They had one group, nicknamed the Crazy Gang, that ran 1 mile every hour for 24 hours. They also had a memorial walk at midnight for people to remember loved ones. In all, 18 teams took part, giving the community and the club a lift that was much needed before a further lockdown. It also raised more than £12,000 towards a new clubhouse. So, very well done, Halton Farnworth Hornets as well. Well done to all of you. And to reveal the winner in this category, please welcome Editor-in-Chief for In Your Area, Ed Walker.
Good evening, everyone. I'm pleased to say the winner of the Community Event of the Year was a brave project to produce a COVID-secure festival enjoyed by more than 3,000 people. The award goes to Liverpool Theatre Festival.
Very well done to you.
Oh, thank you so much. That's amazing news.
So, Bill, how do you feel about that, Bill?
It's amazing, but you know, there was 100 people, as you say, involved in this festival, and this is for every one of them. It's a great achievement and great recognition. You turned this around in 4 weeks, to be honest, this whole festival. So, yeah, it was hard work, and it's great to get this recognition, honestly.
Bill Elms, tell me what made you want to do this?
Well, I've worked in theatre for over 30 years, and to be quite honest, I can't really do anything else. So, you know, I was just waiting for that first opportunity where, you know, we could create events and get people back into watching theatre again. And as soon as we could do something outdoors, you know, that was it. I just sort of thought to make that happen and got some people involved. So, you know, some great people involved as well. I didn't do this on my own. Yeah, I'm just so happy that we've achieved this. Thanks so much.
So with the COVID restrictions, Bill, what were some of the difficulties that you had putting this on?
Making the whole event balanced, to be honest with you, because we could only get so many people into a space. You know, everybody had to be so many meters apart. You know, we had to reassure the public as well. You know, it was great that they had that confidence in us to come along to this event, you know, that we just hoped we made completely secure for them to come along and enjoy a performance. So, you know, we got some great feedback afterwards, and yeah, I think we got there in the end. So it was hard work, but it was very, very rewarding.
You say you've been in theatre for 30 years, Bill. How worried are you about the future of it, given the situation that we're in now?
To be honest, I think at this stage we can actually see light at the end of the tunnel now. So, you know, it's been such an awful time, hasn't it, for the whole industry. But, you know, with the vaccine and this talk about possible audiences coming back in full by spring, by Easter, you know, it's certainly given us something to look forward to. I just hope the public do come back in their droves and support theatre.
Well, so do we all, Bill. And you have got something else to look forward to, because your winner's trophy will be on its way to you tonight, and you will get it tomorrow.
Thank you. And you look fabulous tonight.
Thank you. I'm just sorry that we can't present it in person and give you a big hug to say well done. but
Thank you.
the spirit's there. Anyway, take care and enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you.
Well done. So many wonderful people. I'm loving this. And we're at our penultimate award now. Can't believe it's going so quickly. And this is the Community Personality Award sponsored by Redrow. Our finalists here are Jackie Johnston Lynch and PJ Smith, Debbie Rogers from Sean's Place, and Jared Woodhouse from the L6 Centre. So let me tell you a bit about them. Jackie Johnston Lynch and PJ Smith are a mother and son who've worked together in various charities and community groups to deal with addiction and recovery. Now, I am told that they are the most formidable force in completely changing the lives of individuals, their families, and whole communities. Together, they've helped so many addicts and alcoholics in Liverpool get clean and sober. They've also helped them go on to live incredibly healthy and purposeful lives. Jackie and PJ also worked on the UK's first and only specific military veterans addiction treatment centre. Last year, they started an exciting new challenge to develop a new recovery living service not previously offered in Liverpool. It's the Damien John Kelly House. It's an all-male, abstinence-based centre that houses 17 people who are committed to becoming better members of society. When it first went to planning, the project had more than 300 objections. But Jackie and PJ won over the whole community, and it's now seen as a first-class model of community development. Over the years since PJ himself got clean and sober and joined his mum to work together, they've made it their mission to extend love to addicts and alcoholics everywhere and transform the lives of families and communities along the way. There are hundreds, if not thousands of people who owe their lives to this formidable duo. Very well done, Jackie and PJ. Debbie Rogers set up Sean's Place at the start of the year after she lost her brother Sean to suicide. Debbie said Sean was the most amazing person, but he struggled with his mental health, which meant he had lots of medication and therapy. But what he really needed was friendships, confidence, and hope for the future. Debbie wanted him to be remembered positively. Sean's Place now supports 75 men a week. They've tripled in size when more mental health support was needed during lockdown. They give lessons in art, guitar, woodwork, fishing, and cookery. But most importantly of all, they offer friendship groups and opportunities to look to the future. They also support families and help them understand what's going on. Sean's Place is run by volunteers, led by Debbie, who all work in full-time jobs elsewhere. The team are happy, though, to give their time knowing that they are helping to save lives. So well done to everyone involved, and very well done to you, Debbie. And our third nominee here is Jared Woodhouse. Jared is CEO of the Liverpool 6 Community Association. Shirley Marshall wrote to us to say, "He is the most resourceful man I have ever had the pleasure to work with. He creates quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties. He treats everybody as unique and respects individuality and equality. The L6 Centre in Everton helps some of Liverpool's most vulnerable families with food parcels, school uniforms, and baby essentials. Jared also offers free and confidential advice to families facing eviction, domestic violence, benefit sanctions, and other challenges. He's a very humble man, and he raises phenomenal amounts of money for charity, and he is a great motivator to all." Shirley goes on, "Without his tireless efforts, many, many families, children, and older people would have been very hungry, and a lot of people's mental and physical health and well-being would be considerably affected. I am in awe of this man. He amazes me on a daily basis. Well done to you, Jared. And to reveal who's won, let me hand you over now to Managing Director of Redrow, Jason Newton.
Thanks, Lucy. The winner of the Community Personality Award sponsored by Redrow is a formidable duo who've used their own life experiences to transform the lives of others. The award goes to Jackie Johnson Lynch and PJ Smith of Damien John Kelly House.
Congratulations, Jackie. How much does this award mean to you?
Oh my God, Lucy, it's amazing. It's amazing because it puts recovery on the map. So many people know about how addiction just ravages communities, but not many people know that recovery absolutely heals communities.
Why did you go into this in the first place?
My brother was killed by an addict alcoholic, a drunk driver. And my son PJ, who is actually at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting now, he's took a load of clients to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting rather than be here tonight. My son was he was training for Everton at the time when my brother was killed, and so his role model was killed at the time, and he then ended up in the world of addiction and alcoholism, and he's now 13 years clean and sober and changing the lives of other people. And the two of us have just wanted to just extend love to people who've been trapped in that cycle, and that's what we've been doing for most of our lives. So, thank you so much.
There might be people watching this who understand what it's like to be in the darkest time. What would you say to them, Jackie?
Well, someone did a Zoom talk for us this morning, and he was 26 years clean and sober, Lucy. He did a share for us. He was 26 years clean and sober, and he said, never give up, there's always hope. And we know that. I come from a family where there's addiction and alcoholism. You know, my son ended up in that cycle too, and we know that the only thing we can ever do is believe that there's always, always hope.
So you never give up on anybody?
We never give up on anyone. We just keep going and keep going. We hold a boundary, but we still keep going.
So you're quite pleased to win an award tonight?
Oh my, it's just a delight to me. It feels like so important that people who are in recovery get honoured like this. It's nice for me and PJ. It's a lovely thing for us. But really the heroes for us of this award are the people who've changed their lives around and are clean and sober and have got their families back in their lives, for sure.
Yeah, they wouldn't be doing it without you though, Jackie and PJ. Well done to you. Congratulations, and your award is on its way to you. You should get it tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
What a great story. So many wonderful stories we've been hearing this year. Really, really impressive stories. Really moving to hear what a difference people are making. And that brings us to the Echo Achievement Award, sponsored by Peel Ports. To tell us more about this year's winner, please welcome HR Director at Peel Ports, Amanda Willis.
Thank you, Lucy. On behalf of Peel Ports, I am honoured to be able to help to celebrate G Walker and the Anthony Walker Foundation as this year's Echo Outstanding Achievement Award winner, a truly inspirational woman who out of personal tragedy has campaigned to tackle racism and support those experiencing hate crime to build safer, strong, thriving places to live. To tell us more, I'll hand over to Echo Editor, Maria Breslin.
G Walker's son Anthony was murdered in 2005 in a horrific racist attack that left the nation reeling. Mum of 6G, who is a committed Christian, showed unimaginable strength, composure and dignity in the face of such a tragedy by choosing to forgive Anthony's attackers and keep the memory of her eldest son pure. After Anthony's passing, G and her family decided to establish a foundation in his name, and the Anthony Walker Foundation was established to promote racial harmony through education, sport and the arts. As well as offering vital educational opportunities, the Anthony Walker Foundation provides support to people who've been the victim of a hate crime and their families. G's astounding work over the last 15 years through the foundation and dedication to keeping her son's memory alive is the reason we are naming her this year's Echo Outstanding Achievement Award winner. On behalf of everyone at the Echo, congratulations, G.
Very well done to G Walker, who joins us now. G, very many congratulations. It's lovely to see you. Well done. What does the award mean to you?
Surprising. Why me? We're a magnificent team, trustee chair, and I've got a sound family and my little star next to me. I do it for them, my grandchildren, my nieces and nephews, and people who are hurting really. So it's for them.
Gee, how much do you think things have changed?
Oh dear. I thought we were making strides. I really and truly thought we were getting somewhere until what happened during the summer with George, the knee and the neck. And then you thought, oh my word, you wonder how we really move forward. It seems as if we reverted back into the past in such a horrific way. So it's making our work even much. You would have thought that it would have been getting better. But sadly, during lockdown, people were really suffering. I'm thankful for the team who were still working in line, and sadly, the rate's gone up. I said prior to this that haters it's very sad, but haters don't seem to take days off. It's heartbreaking sometimes, but we're trying. Thanks for the supporters who are helping us to make lives a little bit better for them. Because while we do it, it is a horrible place we're in. Those who have lost a child will understand that it's the most painful thing that you ever live to go through to survive. And I might have said this so many times before when the judge pronounced life. In fact, in reality, we are the lifers because we're carrying on in this dreadful pain. Each day is totally different.
G, how did you feel about the Black Lives Matter movement?
Well, they did something that I know people politically. I don't like to be political, but however, what they did, they switched on the spotlight, and exposed and magnified what's going on around us. And I applaud them for that. I don't condone the violence that attach, because whenever you try to do something good, you always find a minority who try to sabotage something. And sadly, that has happened. But I do applaud the fact that they, as exposed, use social media to bring back to light, to magnify what's been going on, what Black people, brown people are suffering day in, day out. I said before, when you saw the neck on George Floyd, and people are shocked, but us as Black people, we're not. That's what we deal with day in, day out. We're not at all shocked. We grieve, and we remember, and we mourn, and we cry. And that's what we do. And this is the 21st century. And you would have thought that was in the past, but it's still happening, sadly.
So, G, what is the most important message that you would like to get over tonight?
What I'd like, to the haters, all we want to do is to survive. All we want to do is live. All my children and grandchildren want to do is to carry on, to be happy, to laugh, to live, to work. And as Black people, that's all we want to do. We just want to live. Life is tough enough. Just leave us alone, give us some peace, and let us live. That's all we want to do. We just want to get on with living because things are so tough around us. And thankful to the NHS staff, every frontline workers, too many to name. I applaud you and I appreciate you. AWS staff, you are the A-team. My daughter's here, she's hiding, but Dominique's here. What I do it for my grandchildren. I don't want them to sit where we're sitting. And I'm appeal to everyone who feels unloved to help us to eradicate this hate. And we just want to carry on loving each other. Help us to make this thing go away.
Well,
that's all we want to do, just live.
Well, G. Walker, of course, your award is for all of the work that you have done to positively work towards that. So well done for that. It's so lovely to see you and your family. I'm so pleased that you got them in there, being a bit shy.
Lucy, you're looking fabulous. I like the sparkle.
Well, I thought I'd better get dressed up for the night. I knew I was talking to you and I thought I'd better make an effort.
Oh, thank you. Can I just say thank you to the hacker? They've been a support. I just appreciate them so much for keeping Anthony's name in the spotlight. And to all the sponsors. And to the Echo, long may you continue to, as in your name, echo your namesake. Just echo the news across the globe. You've done us proud. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to my sponsor. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate you. God bless you. And everyone who's won tonight, thank you. Well done. Proud of you all.
Thank you. Oh, you do the region so much pride. We were so proud of you, G. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And many congratulations on your award. We love you to bits.
Trying, Lucy. Thank you.
You take care. And on that note, that concludes the Echo Awards 2020. So let's keep the thanks going. A huge thank you to our event partners, SP Energy Networks. Also big thanks to our category sponsors. As I said earlier, it just wouldn't happen without them. Merseyrail, Redrow, Peel Ports and the LFC Foundation. We thank you. We couldn't have done it without you. Don't forget to pick up your copy of the Echo tomorrow for a summary of the awards. Be sure to look online at liverpoolecho.co.uk. And there'll also be a special 12-page supplement in the Echo on the 2nd of December, so be sure to get a copy of that. Very, very well done to all of you who are nominated for tonight's awards. You are the people who make us proud. And you should be so proud of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your evening. A very good night.